Hello guys, so it's the 25th of August 2026 and it's about 11:22 a.m. now. So since the last recording at Tapa R&R, we were about 140. I was telling you about 140 kilometers to KL. So I managed to check in the hotel and the distance from Tapa R&R was 153.7. Yeah, right now I'm at the iconic Twin Towers, Petronas Twin Towers in KL City. It was raining earlier, so I didn't come out. I just was relaxing in the hotel. So now that it's 11 o'clock and the weather is cool because it rained and it's cloudy, it's not sunny. It's very nice to ride on. I think the roads are drying up, as you can see. It's like a bit of puddles here and there. So I'm just about to head to a shop where they sell apparels because I had dropped my gloves, my Comine gloves on my northbound trip to Thailand, and I bought some makeshift gloves in Patalong, which is not the best and not really it doesn't give me the best grip, I would say. So I'm now just gonna head to the apparel shop and I will show you guys around once I reach, and then I'm gonna have some nice lunch here in KL, and then we'll see how it goes depending on the weather. I was thinking of doing a nice slow ride up to Genting Highlands or Bentong Raup area, but it really depends because I don't want to be riding when the roads are wet, you see, because there's a bit of corners there. But we'll see how it goes. In the evening I'm going to be meeting a friend there in Malacca, so yeah, so stay tuned. So just showing you the iconic Petronas Twin Towers and we'll catch up in a short while. Here's the iconic Petronas Twin Towers. The weather in KL city is not very hot because it rained earlier in the morning, so it's quite cooling. Good thing the roads are drying up, so it's not like really wet. I think it was a light rainfall, light drizzle, so I think the light drizzle is scattered in all parts of Kuala Lumpur itself. Precautious because I don't want to be, and I lost my raincoat also, so that's why I'm going to the apparel shop and I want to get a new raincoat and also get a new pair of gloves. Hey guys, so I'm at BHP Karak Highway and heading towards Genting Highlands. So I just stopped there to fuel up because the last time I filled up was last night, Tapa R&R, and now my mileage is about 50 at the Petronas Towers, and now it's sitting at about 175. I also went to one bike apparel shop. It wasn't the one I had gone before because I couldn't remember the name of it and I couldn't find it, so I just found another one. I managed to get a GV raincoat for myself. However, I couldn't find the gloves for myself. I mean, the gloves they had wasn't really the one I'm really looking for, so at the moment I'll just use this gloves which I bought in Thailand. I decided I'll just explore a bit and take a longer ride down to Malacca. So instead of using the north-south highway, I'll be going through Karak Highway. At first I wanted to go up Genting Highlands, but in Batong I already had quite a bit of fun in the corners, so what I'm going to do is I'll be riding down through Karak Highway and then I'll merge into Route 9 and then head down. There's also a lot of bends in that route, so I'll take bits and pieces of the video along that route, and yeah, let's follow me on the journey. Just part of the motorcycling tour. Yeah, so stay tuned. Took the long southbound journey along Malaysia's Federal Route 9, the Kerat-Tampin Highway. This is one of those roads that feel like a proper motorcycle route. Route 9 stretches roughly 138 kilometers from Kerat in Pahang down towards Tampin, following the eastern side of the Titiwangsa range before linking through Negeri Sembilan. The weather was absolutely on my side that day. The sky was covered with clouds. The temperature felt comfortable, and most importantly, it stayed dry. No rain meant the road surface remained clean and grippy, and on the Fazer 600 S2 which I rode, I could really feel that confidence building through the corners. For me, this was one of those days where you don't have to chase speed. You simply flow with the road. The earlier sections after Kerat were especially interesting. Route 9 immediately feels different from the big expressways like the North-South Expressway. The road narrows down, the scenery becomes more rural, and suddenly you're surrounded by greenery. Small kampongs, rolling terrain, and long stretches where the road seems to disappear into the hills ahead. You pass areas around Telemung and Mansis, with Route 9 carrying you through the quieter interior of Pahang before continuing south towards Simpang Durian, Serting, and eventually Kuala Pile. And this is where the road starts becoming really enjoyable on a motorcycle. There are sweeping bends where you can see the road opening up in front of you, followed by tighter corners that demand a little more attention. Some sections have a beautiful rhythm. Lean left, straighten the bike, a gentle roll of the throttle, and then smoothly into the next right-hander. On the Fazer S2, the road felt perfectly suited to the bike's character. The road conditions also changed from section to section. There were stretches of decent smooth tarmac that allowed for very enjoyable flow, but there were also those rougher patches, uneven surfaces, and the occasional imperfections that reminded me to stay alert. Route 9 is not a road where you can completely switch off, and that's part of what makes it interesting. That inline-4 engine is smooth, and when the road starts to twist, you can carry momentum through the corners without feeling like you need to push the bike too hard. Older reports have also noted that some sections of Route 9 can vary in surface quality, especially through the more remote stretches, so keeping smooth pace and scanning through the corners is definitely part of the experience. At one point, while I was riding through Route 9, I decided to change the plan. Instead of continuing along Route 9 down towards Malacca, I decided to opt out and turn right to Route 51. And honestly, that decision gave me one of the most unexpected moments of the entire ride. As I made my way along Route 51 towards the AH2 Expressway, the scenery and the feeling of the road suddenly changed. Certain sections became so smooth, so surreal, that for a moment I genuinely felt like I was climbing towards Cameron Highlands. The road had this beautiful flow to it. On one side there were these landscape walls rising beside the road, and on the other I could see mountain ranges stretching out in the distance. It was one of those moments where I had to remind myself where I actually was. Sometimes it tells you can plan a route carefully. You can study the maps, look at the towns, check the roads, and know exactly where you're going. But then you make one small decision, one change in direction, one turn onto another road, and suddenly you find yourself in a place that you never expected to become one of the highlights of the journey. That was Route 51 for me. The road just kept flowing, the scenery kept surprising me. With the weather still cloudy and cool, the grip remained confidence-inspiring. The road was dry, the tires felt planted, and every smooth section gave me that extra confidence to enjoy the corners and lean the bike naturally. Nothing forced, nothing rushed. Just the road, the machine, and the landscape moving past me. The Fazer S2 really delivered and felt right at home. There's something about an inline 4 on a road like this. The smoothness of the engine matches the smoothness of the road, and when the corners start linking together, you find yourself completely in the moment. Lean, throttle, straighten up, and then into the next corner. Route 51 came in almost unexpectedly and brought a completely different atmosphere. Smoother roads, beautiful elevation changes, and a scenery that at certain moments genuinely reminded me of Cameron Highlands. And eventually, as I continued towards the AH2 expressway and made my way further south towards Malacca, I found myself thinking about just how rewarding it is to explore beyond the usual highway routes. Because sometimes the roads you remember are the ones that are not the ones that you plan to take. They are the ones you discover along the way. A cloudy Tuesday, dry roads, beautiful corners, mountain views in the distance, and one unexpected detour that made the journey even more memorable. This ride reminded me once again that motorcycling isn't always about reaching a destination as quickly as possible. Sometimes it's about taking that turn, changing that plan, and allowing the road to surprise you. It surprised me at that juncture when I made that U-turn when I was almost just 500 meters from Betong immigration. And today it surprised me when I took that turn to Route 51, because on a ride like this, the best memories are often waiting somewhere you never originally planned. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Amira's Gallery. Amar Gallery. So he's located in Malacca, and you can find all sorts of very high quality, good stones, from your Akik to Feroz to Dure Najaf. So he can show you some of his collections. So yeah, this is the Akik collections, and his ring collections are also very good. There are some rings which are handmade even. This is Feroz. So it's very nice, very high quality Feroz stones you can find, all are asli. And these are some of the rings he has. He has a wide collection of rings. Yeah, you can see very good quality Feroz stones, Akik stones, more Feroz stones. So yeah, so let me, here's Amir himself.
Assalamualaikum. Silakan Amar Gallery yang terletak di Malacca, Malaysia. So bagi siapa yang dah datang, bolehlah singgah ke kedai kami. Kita akan menyediakan batu dan ring yang terbaiklah untuk anda semuanya.
Thank you very much. So Alhamdulillah, he has a very nice small shop, and inshallah with efforts from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's hoping to expand to another shop also, somewhere with a better collection, somewhere with a better location, so more people can notice the shop and notice the effort behind making these rings and bringing in these stones and sourcing them. So inshallah, for those who are viewing from Singapore, share with your friends, share with your people who you know, and if you like, you can come and support him and come here. He also you can contact him through WhatsApp and he can share with you all the stones. Exactly. And for those in Singapore, you don't have to worry about making the trip here to collect the ring. He can post it directly to Singapore. So inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. And so then we just chilled with his friends, and then I was looking for a place to stay, and he was so nice to offer me to stay at his home for one night. And so I did accept his hospitality, and then he brought me out and we had a very nice famous Asam Pedas. And later after that, he drove me around Malacca and certain places where he grew up and certain places where he played, and through Jonker Walk also. And yeah, we just chilled and saw the nightlife of Malacca, although it's not a tourist season right now, so it's a bit quieter. The streets are quieter, you don't have as many tourists walking around, but it was very nice. And to just hear his story and his growing up, because he's from Malacca. And basically after that, we called it a night. By the time we reached back home to his kampung, it was about 10 p.m. and I settled in and was just relaxing a little before I went to go and sleep. Hey guys, so it is 10:25 right now on the 25th of August, and I have rode. Today I didn't ride too much, but I rode from KL to Malacca, and I'll be staying one night in Malacca at my friend's home. So this is my friend's home, and the bed is just there. And yeah, just my stuff is here. It's just a small humble place, so I'll be staying tonight. Just now my friend brought me for dinner. I took some pictures of the food, the famous Asam Pedas. We had some famous Asam Pedas, and I didn't take any video at that time. I only just took pictures. And yeah, so now it's 10:25 and I'm just turning in, so I just give a quick update. Today I basically rode from KL to Malacca, but I was using more of the outer perimeter, so I rode through Kara and then down through Route 9 basically most of the afternoon, and then I cut in back to the north-south at Senawang toll, and then I rode down to Aikaro or Malacca town, and then Hey guys, so time check, it is 2:45 a.m. 26 of August. Heavily right now. It's raining so heavily right now, as you can see. So I just happened to wake up and decided to document this part of the journey. So with that, we'll end day 3 and we'll see you tomorrow morning.